Hello, I'm Richard Dawkins. You should definitely watch this. I approve of it. If you do not, you will not be able to evolve from the ape that you are sitting right there in your seat. So watch it! With the world of science exploding as it is, there is an increasing demand for scientists and engineers. However, there is an even greater need for those scientists and engineers to actually understand physics. It may be surprising to you, but there are not many people who actually understand physics. Sure, they know how to do the math, or they know some of the concepts, but do not have a good grounding in physics. Well, here at the University of Illinois, we have professors that do intense research on methods and achievements of physics education. We will talk with Professor Pitts and Professor Sellen later. But first, I would like to bring to your attention something that you might have noticed and you may have not noticed. The average college student's extremely short attention span. Here's a graph I have made in order to more clearly show you just how short the college student's attention span is. As you can see, the student comes into a physics lecture ready to learn and excited about the class. However, the attention level has an average downtrend as time goes on due to the introduction of math and long periods of talking from the professor. This is counteracted by demonstrations. I'll hand it over to Professor Pitts, who will tell us more about the short attention span of students and the need for a reset every certain amount of time.
It's really important to try to hit the reset button on students somewhat regularly. The typical attention span, I think, folks just very naturally begin to drift away after 10 to 15 minutes. Something that will change their focus, that will cause them to use different senses. Of course, in physics courses, we like to use demonstrations a lot.
But these demos are not enough.
Students. So trying to bring in multiple modes of learning through interactive classwork, doing things like projects, doing things that are just different, helps us to hit a wider audience and helps us to hopefully find the ways through which students learn.
Professors have to make sure that the student is actually learning the material, and not just watching and going, ooh, ah. They do this through the use of a little invention called an eye clicker. This is a handy little device invented by U of I's own Tim Stelzer, Matt Sellen, and Gary Gladding. It allows the student to answer questions in lecture and see how they are doing with learning the material without the fear of having to stand up in class or being called on by the professor to answer a question that they possibly might not know.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. So that's why we have the clickers, is that you stop the class and you get people to talk about something. And that kind of resets the clock a little bit. And by the way, it's not just students that need their clock reset. Everybody. It's not just being a student. It's just human nature to zone out after 5 minutes.
The professors also use an online homework system called Smart Physics. It actually helps the student learn better by using a system of checkpoints, pre-lectures, and homework problems that actually show you how to do each step of the problem in order to further understand the topics involved. By using all of these techniques, the professors not only ensure that the students get a more solid grounding in physics to help them excel in the fields of science and engineering, but they will also be able to make better life choices through their physics knowledge. If more people had a better grounding in physics, They would better understand societal issues like climate change and the energy crisis that we are facing. A good example of this is that of nuclear energy. A lot of people are afraid of nuclear energy. However, with a little bit of physics knowledge, they can see that it is actually very safe and efficient when compared to other energy sources.
Being able to teach, the most fun about the education research stuff is really knowing that you're doing something that can help.
I think that's our main goal. At the end of the day, I think it's less important that you know specific physics concepts than knowing how to solve problems, because once you know how to solve problems and you know how to learn, then getting those concepts or understanding those concepts kind of almost comes along for free.